started. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. City talk. With my man, Ron Carter. And my man, roll. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. With my man, Ron Carter. My man,
Welcome back, family. This is another edition of City Talk. It's June 20th. Before we get into it, I want to make sure you download the CoyoteMan TV show network on Amazon Fire TV, and you can find it at Roku, and also where you find your mobile apps. You know what I'm saying? And we're the hosts. This big boy over here, I'm Gerard Carter, and once again, this City Talk. You know what I'm saying? So, well, you had some fun this weekend, huh?
Man, I had a blast. There was a lot went on this weekend. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, happy Father's Day to you, brother.
Thank you, same to you,
happy
brother.
Father's, shout out to all the fathers in the building.
In the studio.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You know, the first Juneteenth that on the records that, you know what I mean? Like that we got to really celebrate.
Right. Now it's officially a federal holiday.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They had something out at out of Drew Hill Park, you know what I mean? They had a lot of celebrities out there, whatever.
At the ad frame,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? I did decide to go.
Okay. Did you enjoy yourself?
Man, I had a blast. It wasn't no foolishness. Once again,
I didn't hear about anything.
I was proud of Baltimore again. They showed up and showed out.
That's what's up.
So, you know, that was definitely dope. I mean, who else? You know,
did you see any other performances?
I went Sunday. I went Sunday, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know, I wanted all the...
Son of OJs, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know, I saw the O's without the J's. You know what I mean?
What that mean?
Uncle Eddie ain't show up. He, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Eddie, he had, you know, at the very, he had COVID. So,
wow.
You know, so, but they still did, you know, their thing. I missed, you know what I'm saying? What's his name?
Neo?
No. And he performed early, I think. I think that was Saturday.
Elder
Budge. I missed him. So, you know what I mean? But besides all that, the food, everything was on point.
That's what's up.
You know, I was proud.
Yeah. Good job, Baltimore. Good job.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
And David Chappelle came to town too. David Chappelle, yeah.
He snuck in.
Yeah, he was there. He performed out there live. You know,
on the VIP list.
Yo, don't believe that, man. Yo, God is good, man. I mean, a lot of these things they just fell on the brother lap.
That's what's up.
I went out there and you know what I'm saying, yo, Dave gave a good show, and a lot of the opening acts was good. So you know, I was glad to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? That was like, you know, like my second time out live. I don't really remember the first time, but that was the time that I do remember. And it's cool out there. Live is nice, so you know what I mean?
You talking about the casino?
Yeah, it's nice out there. I mean, like I never really been in like the casino for real.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had a good time, huh?
Yeah, I had a good time.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, I hope, you know, I'm glad you had a good time, you know what I mean? A lot of the rest of the country is, still going through this gas and all this inflation.
Yeah, the gas, inflation, yeah.
It's to the point where Biden is actually proposing to ban the federal tax on the gas now.
Okay.
You know, and they talking about actually trying to send out gift cards to people, even though that really didn't go through. But
okay, well, I mean, as long as I see somebody trying, I mean,
hey, you can't knock them for that, you know.
I mean, because it'd definitely be nice if we dug in our own backyard. I mean, because I remember one time, just on another note, I remember I was coming back from New Orleans, and my flight got redirected, and I had to go into Tampa first. Mm-hmm. So when I was flying over the Gulf, I happened to just be looking out the window, and there's a whole lot of like oil rigs out there. So I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, yo, we got a lot of oil rigs there. I mean, constantly when I was like looking out the window, like, yo, like every like 30 seconds, you know, I saw oil rigs out there. So it's just like, it just kind of let me think, yo, it is here, it is in our backyard. So I mean, that's just like if you got a garden in your own yard, or you go to Florida.
But they consider that the strategic reserves. They say we're gonna hold all our stuff and buy it from other people just in case something crazy happens.
Oh well, I mean, we'll worry about the craziness when the crazy comes. So you know what I mean.
I'm thinking this is a kind of crazy time, you know.
Yeah, you know, instead of holding your hand out like the Allstate man, asking somebody for something. You know what I mean?
Deep voice.
But I was always stop accepting the free lunch and dig it. Charity starts at home. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So also too, I don't know if y'all paid attention or not, but with this this month, if you notice or not, like you see all the stars is like kind of lined up. There you get to see all 5 of the planets like at night now. From the moon or from behind the moon on out, you get to see everything from Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. You get to see them all every night. On a clear night, you can see them. They straight in a straight line. So
Michael Jackson said that the planets are lining up. You know what I mean?
What song you talking about?
Just another party.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. You know. Damn. So what else?
Well, speaking of like, all right, you know, today's Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they was having commercials that maybe I think, you know, they talking about Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
And they was saying, oh, come down to Banneker and witness the legacy of Harriet Tubman. They call her the greatest military genius in the United States.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow, and, you know, it's crazy because back in the 1800s, it was wanted posters of Harriet Tubman everywhere.
Right.
And, you know, she was not easily recognized by just looking at her.
Right.
You know, so the poster was like, you know, she's basically like a regular.
Yeah, but she was
lady.
the master of disguise too.
Right. They said she had a scar on her forehead. They said, but beware, she carries a gun.
Right.
Now, the bounty on her in the 1800s was $40,000.
In the 1800s.
In the 1800s.
So what that would be equivalent to this day?
Oh my God, I couldn't even. I couldn't even equate. You know, in 1800s they probably were dealing with straight gold. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think they were dealing straight. I think they had money. I think it was cash.
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't centralized. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But even still, you know, because you're going to take the paper and redeem it for gold back then.
Okay.
So $40,000.
Okay.
Oh man, it might have been 400.
Well, that's why she had to have a pistol.
$400 million on her head. I mean, look what she was doing. She was causing them havoc. Like she was. You told me she was sinking ships and all types of stuff.
No. That was after after she became the face. Yeah.
Supporting her. This was the South.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Union was giving her support because she was nicer than them. She was telling them what to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you boots on the ground, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you seen it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, firsthand.
But it's like now this woman is being celebrated, which, I love it.
I do too. Well, that's one of my favorite superheroes. When I think of it all, because I ain't gonna lie, if you had gave me a GPS to say go back, I don't think I would have went back. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So she went back, and then she didn't just think about herself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She thought about others. So.
And if you got shook on the way.
Hey, guys, the bounty today would have been, that's $927,923.81.
So we put $1 million on her head.
Wow. Yeah, well, I'm glad they didn't catch her. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to her.
God was with her.
Yo, no doubt. Well, she showed that. So,
another thing today, Harbor Bank, just, a side note, just opened up a new location over there in the Northwood Shopping Center, over there in Morgan State.
Okay.
Harbor Bank is a black-owned bank.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I remember you was telling me that, but I never... So it's a black-owned bank, and it's in the shopping center, because, Morgan does, they own that lot now.
And they didn't redid that whole shopping center. It's nice over there now. And, they basically would, did the ribbon cutting today. Juneteenth, it's a federal holiday, the bank's closed. But they are saying they're committed to promoting, fairness and economic development and success with black businesses. You know what I'm saying? As far as loans and stuff like that. So, you might, if you want to open up a new bank account, why not throw few dollars in Harbor Bank's bank?
Yeah, I'm looking at that because I keep saying it. Because before you had to go to DC, you know what I'm saying? Because I know Harbor Bank is up on the one on.
I think it's one in Essex also.
Okay,
but it's it's not many of them. But you open up a new bank in a community that a lot of black people in the community. So hey, come on, let's use our resources in our community.
Yeah, no doubt. Because I was watching on the world news too. They were saying that saying that the recession is coming, so people got the money. You're getting the overtime now. Start stashing some of that bread. Start putting it up because they say there's a 40% chance in 2023 we're going into a recession. So people start stacking some of them dollars and stop going to the party and the bullshit.
Well, I mean, speaking of bank though, real quick. During the pandemic, people found different ways to make money.
Right.
That artist, I don't know if she's an artist or her name's Black China.
Okay.
Oh, she was talking about
the one that got the baby, Rob Kardashian.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said she made like $20 million or $200 million on her fans only page.
Okay.
And she's bragging about it on the internet. Guess who come knocking?
The Alphabet Boys.
Not the Alphabet, your uncle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Uncle Sam.
FBI,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, IRS, you know what I'm saying?
So she said, hey, I didn't pay taxes on this money because I don't have a bank account. So apparently she believes if you don't have a bank account, you don't have to pay taxes on the money.
Meanwhile, back
Wasted
at the ranch.
talents, wasted talents.
Yeah. That's nuts, man. So I said also too, I was like I saw this story, an interesting story. It was a Nancy Skinner, state senate in California. She's now trying to request gun owners in California to get insured now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you so she want everybody, so it hasn't passed yet, but she's trying to pass a bill on that. So I checked that out, and also too it was a story outside of Philadelphia. It was a young man, I think he's 21. I think his last name was like Rice, and he was selling edibles like such as candy, cereal, cookies, etc. But he was selling to middle school kids. And,
middle school.
He was selling to middle school kids as young as 11, and he was serving with like a ski mask on and all that. But they called him and
So he knew he was dead wrong.
He knew he was wrong. He was selling.
Showing up with a ski mask.
They say he had like s'mores. He had s'mores, Oreos, cookies, and like fried. I mean, it was wild, but that was outside of Philly.
They should let the parents. I'll go back to old school. Like, let the parents just beat them up.
This was in Norristown, Pennsylvania.
That's crazy. Selling my children some daggone edibles. I was selling them to me.
Yeah. Hey, brother, what was the story you was telling me about that was going on in China?
Oh, yeah. It's in certain parts of China, it's a run on the bank.
Right.
Some of the smaller banks have opened up, and they were offering people a higher interest rate to keep your money in the bank for a period of time.
Okay.
When that period expired, the people wanted to get their money. Okay. So they couldn't contact the bank through the internet, so they started showing up at the bank. Now, in China, they have a lot of different technology, the way they carry things over there. So over there, since the COVID, everybody has to have their phones with certain apps on it with your status.
Okay.
So when the people showed up at the bank, all of them said their status was green. When they said, "What are you here for?" They said, "We want our money." Their status instantly changed to red, and they had to go in quarantine. One lady said she didn't live in the city. She caught a plane to the city, stayed in the hotel. When she checked in, she said some men came and said, "What are you here for?" She said, "Well, I'm gonna go to the bank tomorrow." Her status turned red, and they took her somewhere to quarantine.
But these are the smaller banks that
these
was
are
in
smaller
China.
banks. You know what I'm saying? But who knows if some of those smaller banks are funded by the larger banks?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they're not
talking
about this.
So the closer you get to the bank, your status is gonna change.
And they're not talking about this stuff. And the crazy thing is, if your status turns to red, you can't go anywhere because you got to scan your phone in China to get into certain places. You can't get on a train, you can't get in the store. That's crazy, man. We gotta pay some bills over here at City Talk. We be back in a few.
Yeah, man.
Keep you a couple of dollars in your
City Talk. Let's get it started.
Remember Red Fox Show? Remember he used to keep his joint in the sock and he used to hide it.
Hey, Lamar.
City Talk. City Talk.
We must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing education and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the Coyote Man Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present because the future is not promised. Act now.
Start. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. With my man, Rod. And my man, roll. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. With my man,
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. If you haven't downloaded the Coyote Man TV Show Network app on Amazon Fire, Roku, you can find it where you find your mobile apps. So I want to get back a little bit into, we were talking that run on the bank.
Right.
Just to kind of end it off, like I said, those people can't go anywhere once their status changes to red. So I don't think anything like that would get to that point over here. But I would suggest, just like you was talking about, the economy is about to get real rocky. You might want to keep actual cash with you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not drain your bank account, but if something funny happened, I know the Chinese are not, they ain't not no slouches, but if that happened over here.
Well, we had this conversation a while ago, and I was talking about like, say for example, like everything we do now, and I think we all done got a little comfortable, in the 21st century where we could do everything with our phones now. Mm-hmm. We could pay everything by online and all that. But let's be aware of what's going on in the world too, because if we get a cyber attack or our grid go down or anything, or they send everybody back to zero, I don't think there's nothing in hell gonna stop nobody saying, because everybody gonna be at the bank like, where the hell is my money? Especially if you send everybody back to zero. I don't think that, so I just always say, just prepare for, I always think, high fives and good vibes, but let's just keep this real here.
Yeah, right.
If the grid goes down and everybody like, we don't know what's in the bank, people at the bank will be like, hey, look, give us some time. People ain't trying to hear, give us some time. People say, where the hell is my money? That's gonna be police, military, that's gonna be everybody under the sun saying, where's my damn money? So stash a little something, just in case, because
a lot of people don't realize there's not that much money in the actual bank. If you had $1 million in the bank and you went in there and filled that thing out, give me $1 million, they'd say, give me a week.
Okay.
They have to order the money. For real.
Right.
And then speaking of another thing with a bank situation, the writer of the movie Black Panther,
right, Ryan
Coogler, he is a member, apparently a banking customer of Bank of America.
Okay.
Now, we in the COVID, people wearing masks, everywhere. Still, some people feel comfortable wearing their mask. So he had a mask on and a pair of shades. And apparently he said he just wanted to be discreet about his withdrawal. So he wrote a note.
Okay.
$12,000. But he gave his bank card and his ID with the note. The bank teller immediately called the police. She didn't even look at the ID.
She never looked at the ID.
Never looked at the ID.
So he was trying to be discreet of who he was.
Trying to be discreet of who he was.
Okay.
And, I guess, certain places, they still want you to wear a mask.
Right.
He had shades on. Now, I do kind of fault him on that, you know, I've been in the bank before with shades on, and the lady said, Mr.
So they let you know at the door you supposed to really take all
Well,
that.
I mean, she said, Mr. Well, I've been in banks where they didn't ask me, but she said, Mr. Carter, you can see my eyes. Can I see yours?
Okay.
And
well, before you go in the
shades
casino, they make you pull your mask down and all that and look up at the camera. So
Okay.
they do that. So, but he went in there and they called the police on him.
Right.
Okay.
Without checking his ID or anything.
And it doesn't matter. But what color was he?
He's black.
Oh, he's black. Okay.
Yeah.
So damn. Wow. Okay. And what state that was in? Do you know?
I don't know what state it was in. It was just in a Bank of America bank.
Oh wow. Wow.
But that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I guess he don't know, being a black man, you don't give a bank teller
Oh no. Yeah. I guess because you don't want to verbally say what it is. You know, like I guess he didn't want to verbally say 12,000.
Well, I've never actually told. Well, sometimes the teller will ask you how much you want, but if you could get a withdrawal slip, you can
right?
just,
You can just give it to her like
I
that.
think he was trying to. He's a movie writer. He probably was living a movie at the time. And
Right.
Like, oh, here come the police. Like,
Yo, check this out though. There's a situation that we're in London. My cousin sent me an article on this. It was a female, like it was a young black girl, went to a prestigious high school. She goes to the school. As she goes to the school, they say she smelled like marijuana once she got into a school. And when she got to the school, the powers that be, they called the police. So the police, they came in and they searched her to make sure they checked the book bag, everything. So they checked her out and everything. She didn't have no weed in the book bag. She had no weed on her. Then they proceeded to do a strip search. So they stripped a minor, a high school, but this was one of those prestigious schools that was in London. So she was there going there like, felt like on a scholarship or whatever. So so she went there. They strip searched her. The police strip searched her. Not only did they strip search her, she also was on a menstrual. They removed her sanitizer. Yo, they stripped her down like that. Yo, let me tell you something. There ain't a lot of trouble behind it. I don't mean no harm. That was a child of mine.
oh my God.
Let me tell you something. It ain't nothing in the world. I would have said, yo, as soon as I came back, I'd have been like, who was in there? They would like as soon as they tried to explain, I'm like, shh, y'all need to be quiet. Who was in the room when all this went down?
Right. I need to see him now, not now, but right now.
Right now. So yeah, I just thought that, like, cause now living here in America, sometimes we just think we the only ones of color that's kind of go through.
Bring titties.
Yeah. So and it was, and not on that. There's another situation that's going on with the refugees. They got refugees to cross the English Channel. So they was crossing the English Channel, and Boris was like, "Hey, look, he struck a deal with Rwanda." He said, "All right, cool." He gave them, I forgot, a certain amount of
120 million or something.
I think it was something like that, right, to help the people that was crossing the English Channel and say, look, he was like, yo, he ain't want that happening no more. But they started passing laws along the way saying, like, look, if these people come here, then, saying, look, let's try to get them residency.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they had put all these people on the airplane. They put them all on the airplane and say, we're going to send them to Rwanda, everything. Man, they had a flagship. It was like, no, you can't do this. So they had laws in place. The plane sat on the runway for almost like 6 hours before they was like, no, this can't happen. Yo, they took each and every one of these people off the damn plane. They was about ready to send them up. But the crazy thing is, the people from Ukraine, they was bringing them in like it was no problem. So it just seemed like it was just people of color that they was just trying to get out of there.
Ukraine got that complexion for the connections, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we in 2022, and that still...
Yeah, I'm just saying, but I'm just thinking, the ignorance is, like I said, if you don't know, like, what's going on in the rest of... Sometimes we think we the only ones being picked on, but it's not.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not just here. It's around the bubble.
Because their cousins is around the world running the world, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is, we're not the minority. If you look worldwide, we're not the minority.
You know how they did that? They used gold and calculus. Okay. They used a scale and calculus. They went around the world and they started telling people what their money was worth in gold.
All right.
And a lot of the countries that had a lot of gold didn't care about the gold. So they didn't know that the Europeans was running around pricing everything you have in gold. Okay. So it's amazing that a country that produces hardly anything, money is worth the most.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The raw materials come from all the other countries. Why isn't there? They tricked them, especially in Africa. They kept telling them to devalue their currency. So they kept devaluing the currency till it got to the point where they need a wheelbarrow of dollars to go buy a loaf of bread. They tricked them, you know what I'm saying? But speaking of another trick, check this out. In Jamaica, Queens, a woman named Katrina Bookman. Katrina thought she won $42.9 million. She was in the casino, pulled the slot, boom, 42 point. I mean, we won, lit up, went crazy. Everybody got around her, jumping up and down, dancing. Security came, you know, to kind of get her out of there. They took back in the office. They said, okay, it was a malfunction with the machine, but we're gonna figure it out.
So how much she won again?
42.9 million.
Oh, well, y'all go pay that.
They said there was a malfunction with the machine, but come back tomorrow and we'll make a decision on how much we're gonna give you all, you know. So so the whole she said she's envisioning all the stuff she's gonna do. She's gonna buy her son a barbershop, she was gonna, you know, take care of all this stuff.
Right.
She get back the next day and you know what they told her she won?
What?
Nothing.
Oh, nah, okay.
You know what they offered her?
What they offer?
Hotel stay.
Say again?
A hotel stay.
Close but no tomato. They offer her a steak dinner.
Yo.
A steak dinner.
It's gonna be a lot of
It would have been I would have been on TV losing my mind.
Oh, no,
I'm going to jail for this.
We gonna get to the bottom of this. That's all right.
I mean, but just think about it. I'm not saying it because she was a black woman, but it's just like another case of that old PTA. Like, it's like, come on, man, how you keep on doing this to us, man? Just imagine how you would feel if you went home like, okay, I'm gonna go home, and you like, I know they're gonna give me. You know,
the machine shouldn't even better have showed that on the screen. The screen shouldn't even better have showed that if that's what you weren't supposed to win.
And now, you know, you had other patrons there where they saw this too.
Yo, take it to court. Let's see what a jury of 12 say.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what they're going. They probably, well, see, this is in New York, so I don't know.
No. I mean, fair is fair. I mean, I think if you playing a video game and if it's not supposed to go to 1,000, then your 1,000 shouldn't even show up on the screen.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
So, yeah. So, yeah, that's nuts. So, I was also looking on the news too here in Baltimore. They were saying like last night with the JFX was jammed up with dirt bikes and everything. Yeah, they was like, they was upset about that. I saw that and I was just like, yo, it was almost looked like it was like a party out there last night.
I mean, it was Father's Day / Juneteenth / AFRAM.
Yeah. Fireworks was going off, everything. You know, so
I mean, I ain't saying it's right, but at this point, you know, just pull your phone out, get you some footage. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Don't hit none of them people, please.
Yeah. And on another note too, like the whole Juneteenth thing. I ain't gonna lie, a little part I had like it was a double blade sword with me a little bit because I mean I was happy because I felt like that was long overdue anyway. Right. Juneteenth was long overdue, but I kind of saw the commercials a little bit that was kind of almost like a lot of shucking and jiving going on. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like it was almost like some old Negro spirituals was playing, and it was like a lot of shucking it, like it was a lot of and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I felt some kind of way about that a little bit.
A little left a little bad taste, you know what I'm saying? And we entering the end of the show, you know what I mean? I wanted to get into the thing about the Baltimore City schools, but we'll touch on that next week. You know what I'm saying?
Brother G.
So you know, we're gonna have a good night, y'all. Be peace, and we out with City Talk. And if it's Monday at 7, you know it's City Talk.
Start. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. With my man, Rob.